I'm Zell Long, Zellllong. Real name is Homer Zell. But when I was introducing myself to people, they say, "What?" I say, "Homer Zell." "What?" "Homer Zell." So finally, I just cut it to Zell, and that's what I usually go by. But I grew up in DeSoto County. I'm the youngest of 18 single births between my mom and dad. There were 15 of us that lived to be grown, and I'm the youngest, and so I've got nieces and nephews older than I am by my first sister that was born. So I grew up in a household where sisters and brothers came back to the house every Sunday, and that is the best time. So family means so much to me. I had entrepreneurs for sisters and brothers who set the example on how to be successful. Our mom was a midwife. We saw her doing things in the community to help people. So I've always been around family who have provided an example for me as far as being the best and them encouraging me to be the best that I could be. From an educational standpoint and all of the other aspects of being the baby in the family. I went to Hernando High School and graduated from there. Received a scholarship to Mississippi Valley State because of the band. I was flag girl. I carried the state flag, and that was exciting sometimes, being cursed out when we went on trips. But it provided an education, and that was really important to me. Was there for 2 years and got pregnant, had to leave school, but always had a desire to continue learning. And that's what I did. So I attended community colleges for classes. I began working with the city of Tupelo, and through that, I was able to attend school and become the first certified economic developer in Tupelo, in North Mississippi. So I'm proud of that. But education has always been something that I value. That's something that my husband at the time, and I focused on with our children, wanting them to be the best that they could be. That education is the one thing that people can't take from them. So, I wanted them to be Rotary scholars and, get the scholarships and do all of those things. And they were successful in their own rights. The thing that we said is be the best, do your best. Don't settle for a C when you can make a B. Don't settle for a B if you can make an A. And they were all different. There were some that cried if they got a B or an A minus or whatever. There was some if they got a C or a D, it didn't matter. So it was different degrees, but you learn as a parent to know what their abilities are. And you accept them for that and just try to push them along the way. Having 8 children with degrees makes me so proud because it shows me that they value education also. They could have stopped just with their high school diplomas, but they didn't. So I am so pleased that they have excelled at the junior college level, gone on to 4-year college, working on their masters, different areas of education, and that is so good to know that for my children, that they made their mom happy. I would share with parents who are looking at what they want for their child, because every parent has a dream and a goal, or they want their child to be successful in whatever area. And one thing that I stress, there are some parents who really want their children to be successful athletes, to be the professional football or basketball player, whatever. And it's like I told all 4 of my sons who had scholarships based on their football abilities, and daughters who played basketball. One injury can end all of that. So don't set that as your main goal. Always have a backup plan, and education is the key. So I would encourage those parents to talk with their children about what they want to be. It's their life, not yours. And help them to realize their career path, even at a young age. I've been able to work in the community and can see the benefits of these career coaches that they have now, working with the children to let them know what's out there as executive director of Boys and Girls Club, we try to instill at the clubs something about workforce development so that they can see the different paths that they can take to different professions. And right now, all young people want to know is how much does it pay? How much can I make? And it's amazing that you can take a career path that's through technical education and you come out making more than someone who's gone to college for 4 years or whatever and can find that job, those skill jobs, and that's what the workforce is looking for. But also teach them those soft skills, how to be polite, how to dress, how to shake hands, how to look people in the eye. So all of those come into helping them to make those decisions. But let them know that, hey, work hard, you can fulfill your dream. You just gotta work at it. Gotta work it. Gotta work it. So important as a parent that you go and meet your child's teacher, not just when they're failing, but when they have open house, when they have PTO meetings. And I was able to do it. And one thing that I have criticized the schools in the past is that they would have PTO meetings at noon. Well, how many parents can take off work and go to a meeting? But it's also shown that when they have them in the evenings, very few parents show up. So parents, please go to those meetings. You hear so much about what's going on. And just knowing that teacher can make a difference, that teacher knowing you can make a difference. That was one thing that my kids always, they laughed about it, said everybody knew me. And they couldn't do anything because somebody would tell me, and I am so glad about that. But it is so good that the teachers know it and they know that you care about your children. So that can cut out so many things. And one of the things I always tell my kids when they complain about something, I said, don't lie to me. I said, because if I find out you are the one lying, it's going to be trouble. And so be their advocate, but also be there to be the teacher's advocate. Doing both sides, you can do it. I tell my children I'm glad that they're out of school because I can't help them with their homework. That they've changed up the way kids learn and the way that they present the homework and everything. So I would encourage every parent to love your child for where they are. If there's help that you can do for them, whether it be computers, making sure they understand the technology of it. In some of the committees that I serve on, some children come to Head Start, they get into kindergarten, and they don't know how to operate a computer, how to even operate moving a mouse. And they have to take a test to be placed in kindergarten. So take the time, take the cell phone from them and take them to the library or at your house and teach them how to operate a mouse pad and how to do that, or whatever it takes, your iPad, how to do those things from a knowledge standpoint, not just games. So they can learn anything, but bring them into the situations. And parents, go to meetings at school with your children. Please go to parent-teacher meetings. I've got 2 children, 2 daughters that teach school. So proud of them. And knowing that they are reaching the children, but I hear how parents don't support them. They never come to the meetings or whatever. Support your child from that standpoint so that you'll know what's going on before they bring home a paper or a report card and they're failing and you want to know then what happened. Why didn't you learn this? It's all there. You're their biggest encouragers. Parents as first teachers, that's been proven.